All right, good morning. This is a great day for baseball, actually. I kind of wish we had a game here today. And the future of our baseball team, the Rochester Red Wings, this is a great day for the Rochester Red Wings. The Red Wings, believe it or not, are one of only 6 pro teams in any North American sport that's been playing in the same league and in the same city since the 1800s. Today, state and county governments stand together to support this historic treasure in Monroe County. Joining me today is Vinny Esposito, the Regional Director of Empire State Development, State Senator Jeremy Cooney, Assembly Members Jen Lunsford and Sarah Clark. On behalf of Monroe County Legislature President Sabrina Lamar, we have Vince Felder. Monroe County Legislature Assistant Majority Leader Paul Dandorfer. Monroe County Legislature Minority Leader Yaversha Roman. We have County Legislators Mark Johns and Rick Milne. And of course, Naomi Silver, the President and CEO of the Rochester Red Wings. Guys, I think we have enough people up here to do a game today, don't we? We have a good team. So, and a relief pitcher, and we'll have Jeff McCann out here. He can throw a perfect strike. Well, we have enough people up here to make a team, and let me tell you something. It takes a team to work together at all levels of government to make today a reality and ensure that the Rochester Red Wings and Frontier Field remain viable and competitive for years to come. Today, we're announcing an $11 million in facility and patron improvements to the ongoing infrastructure improvements needed at Frontier Field. This is in addition to the ongoing $12 million Frontier Field improvement project needed to meet Major League Baseball standards for minor league team facilities and a $3 million project for caulking and seat replacement. Baseball fans today experience games very differently than they did 25 years ago. To remain competitive, Frontier Field needs to meet modern standards that fans come to expect from professional sports. It's important to act on this now, as there will be considerable savings working concurrently with the ongoing infrastructure improvements. The $11 million facility and patron improvements include amenities such as bistro table seating to expand options for ticket sales, a new kitchen facility, a 360-degree concourse that would add a pathway around the outfield, allowing fans a more intimate experience with the game, and improved picnic and patio areas. Frontier Field, believe it or not, is 26 years old. Baseball stadiums in Syracuse and Buffalo continue to add fan amenities and improvements to keep families and patrons coming to the games and enjoying a first-class experience. Frontier Field needs to keep pace. And thanks to the state and county, we will ensure that the Rochester Red Wings continue to be a viable franchise for future families and fans to enjoy and love. Governor Kathy Hochul, in her 2022 New York State budget, invested $10 million towards the overall project. And we'll soon hear from Empire State Development and our local state delegation. And I want to thank Governor Hochul and our New York State delegation, who you're going to hear from in just a moment, for this critical investment here in our baseball team and our field and our community. We're also going to hear from our Monroe County legislative leaders whose bipartisan support of this project speaks to our coming together to enhance the quality of life that we enjoy in Monroe County. It takes a lot of cooperation on all levels of government to make projects like this happen. So let's begin with Vinny Esposito. He is the Regional Director of Empire State Development.
Good morning. Thank you, County Executive. It's a pleasure to be here with you and my colleagues behind me and Naomi and Wings organization. I want to thank the county and the team for their ongoing constructive partnership, working through all sorts of issues to ensure that this community can enjoy AAA baseball and the Red Wings in this magnificent facility for years to come. It's not easy. It requires real partnership, and we have it in this community. So thank you, Adam, Naomi, Dan, and everyone. I'd also like to thank my state legislative colleagues behind me. On behalf of Governor Hochul, it's a real thrill to ensure that the funding that's committed from New York State was passed in the budget that passed a couple weeks ago, so that this upgrade will be funded 50-50 by the state and the county to ensure that that partnership remains strong as well in other projects that we see, also Lake Seneca Park Zoo. Empire State Development is proud to be a partner helping to facilitate those dollars, working with the Regional Council to ensure that we're identifying our community's priorities, and really happy to be here and be a part of this. So congrats to the county for making sure that this project is fully funded, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, and of course, working with the governor to provide to help secure this funding here was our state delegation. So next up, you're going to hear from New York State Senator Jeremy Cooney, New York State Assembly Member Jen Lunsford, and then New York State Assembly Member Sarah Clark.
Thank you. Thank you, County Executive, for your terrific leadership. When I was elected 2 years ago, one of the first phone calls I got was from Naomi, who said, "Let me tell you about what we need at Frontier Field." And she was absolutely right. This is a critical part of making sure that we have a high quality of life here in Rochester and across upstate New York. And Adam was kind enough to come up and visit us in Albany just a few weeks before the budget passed, and made the case to not only myself but to all of our delegation members and our Senate leadership, letting them know that Frontier Field is a priority for Monroe County, for the greater Rochester region, for the Finger Lakes region. I'm so glad that that message and that call for action from both Naomi and our county executive was heard. New York State has made lots of investments. We make investments all across New York State on different economic development projects and recreational and sports initiatives. This one's personal for us. For those of us who grew up here in Rochester, we have fond memories, both of Silver Stadium and of Frontier Field. I'm so proud to represent Frontier Field in the New York State Senate. We know that these improvements that are going to be made are going to make sure that we can keep the Red Wings here for many, many years to come, so that families who enjoy these stands, and hopefully they enjoy weather like this throughout the season, will have the same opportunities that folks that came before them do. So thank you so much again for everyone. I want to also recognize and thank Governor Hochul for her great leadership in helping us bring this to fruition in the budget process. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled today to be standing here in Frontier Field, which is the beating heart of baseball here in Western New York. Rochester's a baseball town, and it has been for over 120 years, and I'm really proud to have delivered, along with the rest of the state delegation, for the people here in Rochester. And we can talk about the economic benefits, about how this is a tourism destination, but I want to talk a little bit about what baseball means to the families here in Western New York. Because this is summer. This is a tradition. This is where I bring my kid and my husband, and we have a family memory to carry through not just this summer, but summers to come. And I know that so many families across the region cherish baseball, so it's important for us to invest not just at the state level, but the county level, to make sure that we as a community have the pride and the privilege of hosting not just the Red Wings, but all of the visiting teams here as well. I'm so excited that we were able to secure this funding along with a ton of other capital improvements from Monroe County, and that's what happens when we work together as a team. You know, this was a bipartisan effort through the county legislature as well, and I am really honored to serve with County Executive Bello, with all of my partners through local and state government to make sure that we show up for Western New York. Thank you so much.
We're all going to run out of things to say, but hopefully that means we'll be brief. You know, Frontier Field and the Red Wings, as Naomi and Dan and all your team know, is more than baseball to Rochester. It is literally the fabric of our community. From my memories as a Not Whole Gang member at Silver Stadium to, I can't believe, 26 years ago when this stadium opened, and my sister and I both have bricks in the walkway that we bought back then to support the new stadium, placing it in the beautiful skyline of downtown Rochester, watching the trains go by. And again, like my colleague said, Jen Lunsford, the memories that our family builds here, the memories I have with my family, it's too much to even measure. But anyone who owns a house knows that in 26 years, things need to be improved, things need to be built upon, as well as the changing way that we see baseball, experience baseball, both as a player and as fans. So I, too, am excited to join the county ledge and our county exec, our governor, our team in the state delegation to hope that every day is like this for the rest of the season, but also know that we care about what's important to people in Rochester. We know the Red Wings are, we know this stadium is, and we're excited to see it for the next generation of families as well. So thanks so much.
All right, we have a lot of elected officials who are speaking today because it takes everybody. all of our support from every level of government to make this happen. Next up from the county legislature, I'm very pleased that this is a bipartisan effort and shows that we're all working together to make this happen for our community. You're going to hear on behalf of Legislature President Sabrina Lamar, you're going to hear from Vince Felder, our Legislature Assistant Majority Leader Paul Dandorfer, and the Legislature Minority Leader Yaversha Roman.
Good morning. First of all, I bring you greetings on behalf of the Legislature President Sabrina Lamar, who couldn't be here today because of a previous engagement. I like baseball personally, and when I learned that some of my favorite players in history, like Bob Gibson and Cal Ripken Jr. and Eddie Murray, had played here in Rochester for the Red Wings, that's a great history and legacy to have. You have Hall of Famers who've come through this city playing baseball, and we want to make sure that into the future that fans continue to be able to enjoy that experience of watching baseball here in Rochester. And so we're proud to support this, and I want to give a thanks to our state delegation and to the governor for giving us funds to support this project. And we're looking forward to more great things in this stadium as we go forward into the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam, and everybody. I'm Paul Dandorfer. I'm here representing the Republican caucus of the Monroe County Legislature, and I'm proud to be here today to share in this announcement. Everyone in the community knows the Rochester Red Wings, the team, the field, and their importance to the community, but it holds a special place for me. I'm not going to name a year, but years ago, Dan and Naomi took a shot at me and allowed me to work on a grounds crew at Silver Stadium. From there, we transferred over to here, where I also got to work on the grounds crew, and ultimately I got to be the clubhouse manager before I went on to other endeavors. So obviously, the Rochester Red Wings have a long history in this town and a long history with me, and I'm extremely excited to be up here talking about that today. Since all those years of working here, I've made lifelong friendship and lifelong memories in both stadiums, and I'm excited on what's going to come. The investment announcement today is going to further bolster the Red Wings and Frontier Field as community staples and examples to other. I'm most excited to see visitors enjoying the new fan amenities and the improvements that are coming for the fan experience. And while investing in the future of our local baseball is essential, also protecting the future of taxpayers is equally as important. I'm confident that with the help of the state and with the help of our federal leaders, that this collaboration will go in the right direction. Thank you to Naomi, to Dan, and to all of our partners in the state and federal government on their hard work and dedication to keeping this facility up to date and making it great for the fans.
Good morning. Thank you to everyone involved today in ensuring that we continue the history of Red Wings in Rochester. As we know, the Red Wings have been a Rochester institution and tradition for more than 120 years. This franchise is one with a great history, a history that includes Hall of Fame players, as was mentioned, Bob Gibson, Eddie Murray, and Cal Ripken. That history also includes hosting the Negroes League's New York Black Yankees in the old Silver Stadium, which I grew up right down the street from, for the team's final home season. In the quarter century since it's opened, Frontier Field has not just been a ballpark. It has also played a host to many events, including concerts, festivals, and movie nights. The upgrades we are all supporting to this stadium will make the ballpark experience that much more enjoyable for the many families and individuals who attend Red Wing games and other events at this facility. This investment in the stadium will ensure the team is in line with Major League standards and keep the tradition going for many years to come. I look forward to having Rochester remain a home base for minor league baseball. Thank you.
Thank you. And then finally, I'm going to introduce someone who we wouldn't really be here today without. The Silver family has made an incredible investment in our community. making sure that the Rochester Red Wings stay here. They are a treasure. They're a gem. All of us have grown up watching the Rochester Red Wings and coming to so many games. And Naomi Silver and her family are just incredible, incredible partners to have here to make sure that the Red Wings stay here, and their commitment to their hometown here is just nothing short of amazing. So with that, I want to bring up Naomi Silver.
Thank you. I feel a little bit like the queen of the ball. Baseball, of course. This is a very exciting time to be a Red Wings fan. Thanks to the commitment of the county and the state, we will be seeing changes to Frontier Field that will not only improve the fan experience, but will ensure that Frontier Field's condition and amenities will always allow it to serve this community proudly. We've taken a lot of pride in the upkeep of this ballpark. I don't think there's another like it in the country that at this age has been kept as well as Frontier Field. That care and upkeep by the county and the Red Wings is the reason that the bones of this stadium are solid. But our community deserves to have some of the new stadium features that new stadiums across the country are having in their new buildings. We're just so grateful to the county executive, the county legislature, our local New York State delegation, and the governor, and Vinny Esposito, for always being in our corner and working hard to get this done, making this a reality for us. We've worked with these folks for a long time, and I can tell you they have been wonderful to deal with, wonderful to work with. We really feel that their desire to keep this place in good shape and to bring it up to the level of other new ballparks has been sincere, and it's just greatly appreciated. We think this is going to be really something special for Rochester. So thank you. Oh, and a tip of the cap to the engineering department at Monroe County, who are the folks that on a regular basis make sure that this place looks good for our fans. Mike Garland, Bill Daly, and their staffs have been amazing to work with. I think you could tell that. It's we're also very proud of this place, so thank you all so much.
Thank you, Naomi, and I want to add my thanks to our team at the county as well. Mike Garland, Bill Daly, Jeff McCann, for all the work that they put in to make this a reality. Also, of course, Dan Mason's over there, too. So thank you, Dan, for all your work for the Red Wings as well. So with that, we can take some questions that the media might have. Anyone up here? Yep. That's correct. Yep. Yes. Yep, so this project will help us cover both the improvements that were necessary for Major League Baseball standards, but it's also going to allow us to complete a project that's necessary for our community standards, to be able to give amenities, first-class amenities and experience to our residents here as well. So it's going to help both in terms of baseball and what MLB needs, but also what our fans need as well. Go ahead. Oh, okay. So for both projects, the timeline is going to take roughly 3 years to complete both projects, and we're in the design phase right now for a lot of the fan amenity projects, but about 3 years. Yep.
Just to dovetail on the first question there, there's a lot of numbers were thrown out early.
I can help you with that. Yep.
So a year ago, as was mentioned, January 2021, there was a $1 million engineering study to see what was needed and how much it would cost. It sounds like from today that was a $12 million.
Yeah.
And then there was $3 million in seats, and now we're talking about 11. So could you?
Yep. So it's basically 3 projects, David. 3 projects. It's $26 million total. So it's $12 million were part of the improvements that were required from Major League Baseball that we talked about a year ago. $3 million for seating and caulking replacements, and then. Which is just routine maintenance. Correct. Yes. Yep. And then the balance out here, Gary will give it to you. And then the balance will be for those fan amenities that we're putting in the Bistro tables, the 360-degree concourse, and that. So it equals a $26 million project. The breakdown between state and county, it's a. I know that's your next question. That's the fan experience. And I know your next question is the breakdown. So it's $12.5 million from New York State, $13.5 million from Monroe County.
How will that be paid for? Is it going to be issued in a bond or a several bond?
Correct. From Monroe County's end, yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
All right. There was a poll out today, a Siena poll, that, among other things, noted that a majority of New Yorkers, I think it was 55%, but actually a higher percent in upstate New York, didn't look favorably, disapproved on the state investing in the Buffalo Bills Stadium. $600 million is a far cry from $13 million, but nevertheless, how do you respond to that? What would you say to folks who disagree with the county dollar?
Well, this is a different project. The Frontier Field serves more than just baseball games, but I also tell you, it serves a lot of home games. So we have thousands and thousands of fans come here for an awful lot of home games throughout the season. But it also serves as a venue for festivals. We do a lot, the Clean Sweep is hosted out of here. We do movies in the park nights here as well. So it serves the greater community, not just the baseball team. So I think you're going to see a lot of use out of this. And I think that's probably one of the biggest differences here. Also, the Rochester Red Wings, as part of their lease agreement that they have going back several years ago, they actually put at a minimum $100,000 into improvements to the facility as well, even though it's a county-owned facility, and they far exceeded that number over the last several years. So they're partners in this as well. It's not just public dollars in this. No, that's also partly why it's going to take 3 years to get this done, because we want to make sure it doesn't interrupt the baseball and fan experiences during the season. So, you're going to see it. That's why it's going to take, some time to get through, but we want to make sure that this is done with as little disruption as possible. Yeah.
Could someone describe this 360-degree concourse? What might that look like? Does it all need to be moved back?
No, so it's, I don't know if there's if you guys want to address it, or do you want? What's that? Dan, come on in. Yeah.
Somebody who works here.
Yeah.
So a 360-degree concourse would mean that fans could go throughout the entire ballpark. Right now, fans are pretty much limited from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. So this would allow fans, and if you go to a lot of new major league ballparks and even newer minor league ballparks, the 360-degree concourse is one of those things that is really en vogue right now, and the fans love it. Some people don't have as big attention spans as they used to, and so this would allow them the opportunity to get out of their seat, walk around, hang out at a drink rail or at a high top chair, and sit out there, or just walk out there with their kids. If you have young kids, sometimes they don't want to sit in their seat for the whole game. The berms are great for that, what we have now. You'll see a lot of families taking advantage of the berms, but this will just be another way for fans to enjoy the experience. And our job, Naomi's job, my job, our staff's job, is to make sure when people come out here that they have fun. Whether the team wins or loses, that it was worth their time and worth their money. And we really feel like this 360-degree concourse is going to be another element that is going to really add to the fun quotient of them coming out to a game.
Will we see any difference though in the outfield? I mean, obviously there will be a concourse, but are we going to lose some of the iconic stuff that we might see over the scoreboards and that sort of thing, as far as you know?
I think we have to, there's some designing obviously that we'll have to figure out and make sure that it's structurally sound. Correct, Mike? But I think the overall it's going to be an amazing addition to Frontier Field. We'll have to see. Some of the areas that we anticipate out there might be a new picnic area or a new place to enjoy the game that might be a ticketed area, but a lot of it, quite frankly, might just be, general mission, a place where people can go hang out, hang on a drink rail and enjoy the game with a ticket that they might have in the seating bowl.
On that note, would it change the capacity of the stadium? What's the capacity now, and would it change?
We have around 10,800 is our seating capacity, but with SRO and the berms and so forth, we can. I mean, we've had crowds here of over 13,000. So again, we don't really have concrete plans yet as to if we're going to be how many seats we may be adding out there. But if you want to come to a game, if anyone ever wants to come to a game, I will find you a place to sit and watch the game.
Okay. All set? David? Yeah. Everybody good? All right. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thanks again to our partners behind me for securing these funds. All right. Well, take care. All right. Thanks, guys.